Hello, I'm here at the Singapore FinTech Festival with Pedro, Group Chief Data and AI Officer at CIMB. Thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Dennis. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
So Pedro, apart from your role at CIMB, you are a best-selling author of a book, How AI Will Shape Our Future. Maybe you can start and give us some snippets from the book.
Well, this is a book that explains what artificial intelligence is from the point of view of how it happened, how it was developed, who were the people that were involved. Not only the people that we are talking about right now, but the people that started developing this in the 50s. And then it reaches the situation, the current day, of what is happening right now. Then when I reached that point, I was like, well, this is interesting, but people want to know what is going to happen next.
Right.
What is going to happen in the next 10 years, in the next 50 years with AI. And then I go into the future, thinking about how it is going to change political systems, how it is going to change warfare, how it is going to change philosophy, all these kind of things. So it's a very interesting book, has been translated to Spanish, French, German, Korean.
Wow.
Korean. And I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, fascinating, and congratulations on the book. You know, at Infosys, we do this Bank Tech Index where we interview CXOs of financial services institution, get insights. And one of the things that we've, in our latest update, we've found is many CXOs feel that AI is great, but does not necessarily give the ROI that is being promised, right? So it would be great to get your perspective on what are the areas where AI can give an ROI, and is ROI the most important thing to look at from an AI perspective?
Yeah, there is actually a study from MIT saying that 95% of all the projects in AI fail. And I think, it makes sense. Most of them fail. And what do they fail? They fail because either they die in this POC purgatory, in this pilot purgatory in which you have tested some things, but you are unable to scale them up. And what adds value is scaling up in a consistent way, or because you are not yet mature in terms of how to do it. You don't know how to do it. You don't have a technology platform that is up to speed. You don't have a team that knows how to do it. You don't have processes to handle the governance and the risk implications, which are very important for the banks. So when you don't have these things, yes, of course, the failure rate is high. It will continue to be high in the short run, but now we are starting to learn, financial institutions, in other industries as well, how to do it, and we see a lot of potential. What are the cases where we are seeing most of the potential, right? So there are many things that all the banks are doing, and I think there is a huge upside. So on the revenue side, or I would say on the business unit side, there is contact center use cases about how to enable human contact center agents with AI, or how to go direct to customer. There are use cases about relationship managers, and this is very important. Most banks, at least in this region, are focusing on the wealth segment.
Yes.
Right? But preparing a meeting with a wealth customer, or preparing a meeting with a commercial customer, or with a corporate customer is very difficult. And GenAI can help you understanding the history of that customer, doing all the preparation that as an RM you will have to do. So instead of managing 50 customers or 100 customers, you can manage 200 or 300, 2 times or 3 times.
2 more for the same,
right? So that's another big area. Then we have operations, particularly a lot of work. All the banks are working on credit operations, any kind of operations, credit operations, collection operations, branch operations, how to standardize things in the branch as well, right? And then marketing is a huge area as well, where I believe that in the future, most marketing campaigns should be fully automatic. It should be fully automatic. The AI should give us a perspective of what are the top products that we should recommend to each customer. It should give us a perspective about what do we do if we recommend a product but the customer doesn't react to that? How do we move to the next one? How do we do experimentation? And then human marketing professionals or human product owners are focusing on those things that are new. New products, a new campaign, something special that we are doing. But 80% of the work could be done with AI. So these are some of the use cases.
Yeah, and it also shows that AI is not just about cost efficiency, but a lot about revenue growth, about experience change, and so on.
I think a lot of banks and a lot of companies in general, not only financial institutions, think of AI about something that is going to give them that 10 to 20% increase in perhaps revenue or reduction in cost. It's not that. It's about fully transforming yourself. It's about preparing yourself for the next decade, which is going to be AI first and AI driven. It's that transformation that we are looking for.
Yeah, it's not in silos, but it's really end to end. Now, to do that kind of a transformation, you have an interesting role of, taking care of both data and AI for the bank. And a lot of the AI transformation depends upon data, the foundation, which can really unlock the value of AI. So what would be your recommendations to banks on how to fix the data problem alongside the AI problem?
One of the first things to do, and most of the banks in the region are already in this process, some of them well advanced in the process, is migrating into a state-of-the-art cloud infrastructure where you are having a single source of truth, where you are ingesting data from all the multiple sources that you have, hundreds of sources, or perhaps 200, 300, 400 sources that you have, and you are ingesting all that data, you are pre-processing that data, and that data is ready to be used by AI. It's already checked, it's already verified, there is a quality control on that data. That is something that is very, very fundamental, and is possibly the first stage. Second stage will be having APIs, so that you can modularize and you don't need to repeat the same code again and again, and you can reuse AI models, because it's that reusability that is going to give you the speed to be able to go from the pilot purgatory to transforming a whole function. So these are two things that are very, very important.
Yeah, and then finally around Agentic AI, right? That's obviously something that's really gaining momentum in the last several months. When you look at e-commerce or telco, the previous world that you came from, and then finally banking services, letting agents do all of this for customers, do you think that's going to be a reality soon, and what could be some of the challenges?
Agents require a governance. Particularly in financial services, you cannot have agents that are running without control. You cannot have it in any industry, but very especially in financial services. Because in financial services, what we are selling at the end of the day is trust. That's all we are selling. We are selling trust, right? So humans need to be in control. There has to be a human in the loop. There has to be a governance about what those agents are allowed to do and not allowed to do. There has to be a number of controls to make sure that that happens, right? And putting in place that governance in a way that is governance first, embedded in the processes in a way that is well thought through and standardized is very important. Otherwise, if you are driving that governance part, committee by committee, meeting by meeting, making ad hoc decisions, that's not going to work. That's going to hinder your innovation. You need to have a framework that is standardized, that is clear, so that technical teams can build on that governance framework the innovations that will take the business to the next step.
Yeah, so I think the good data and good governance, that's how you can unlock more value from AI. So good luck with your role in transforming the bank and across the world. And thanks for joining us here today at the Singapore FinTech Festival. Thank you.